Cowboy fans and YouTubers? It's the VA Dallas Cowboy fan coming back at you. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting down below. I make these videos for me and you, and they're a little therapeutic. Especially when you got a owner who goes on his weekly radio show and gives you the usual crazy talk and doublespeak. So, let's just go through it, shall we? Lael Collins, Jerry Jones said, I don't know, we don't know, the doctors don't know. So what the hell could possibly be wrong with this guy, from hip injury to car accident to conditioning problems to possible surgery to we just don't know. I mean, this is confusing as hell. This is why I went on Twitter and said, you know what? You don't even need to keep lying to me. If something's wrong with our players, just freaking tell us what's wrong with our players. Y'all keep blowing smoke up our butts, trying to tell us every week that somebody's okay when they're not. If Lael Collins can't play, just put him on IR. He can't play. When Tyron Smith gets back, kick Brandon Knight out to the other side. Do not put Terrence Steele back out there. Jesus. Hold on, I got a call
from Troy.
Sorry about that. That was the wife. Had to take that call. But yeah, if you got an issue, player health, just be straight up and just say, you know, what the problem is, and we're going to put him on IR. We don't know what's wrong with him. Don't keep having him active or inactive or whatever, and he's not going to play. Don't even waste our time with it. You said Leighton Vander Esch was okay every week last year with a stinger. He'll be okay week to week. 4 weeks later, we're putting him IR. He needs neck surgery. Just be honest with us. Good Lord, how hard is that to just tell us what the hell's wrong with these players? Or if you don't know, just put them on IR. Because you wasting time. You're messing with the coaching staff who's got to come out here and trot out 5 offensive linemen, and you keep telling them that you don't know if your offensive lineman's even going to be there. So you're screwing up the coaching staff and the team by not telling them what's going on. Because Coach McCarthy can only get the same information you got. And if he doesn't know anything, then what's he going to work with? Jesus Christ. Next, it looks like Jerry Jones threw shade at Dak. And, of course, all the Dak haters are going to come out and say, we told you so. He doesn't have confidence in Dak Prescott. As he said, Patrick Mahomes and even Tony Romo would have made the play against Seattle. And I'm like, bullshit. Because Tony Romo had plenty of times where he could have been a hero and he threw a game-sealing interception. So you're full of shit on that one, Jerry. I don't want to hear that crap that Tony Romo would have done something. Bullshit. And I hate you people on Twitter arguing that if Tony Romo had our team, he'd have won multiple championships. Bullshit. Because the same thing that let him down, defense, is the same thing letting us down. Personnel around him let him down. He let himself down. It's the same shit going on now that it was going on then. So bullshit saying that just because he had a different team, he'd have done something different. And like everybody else tells us, stop living in the past. Dak is our quarterback right now. Deal with who the hell we have right now. Stop worrying about all these other guys, what they could have done if they were around. Well, they were around. They did what they did. Romo didn't win. Danny White didn't win. Don Meredith didn't win. These guys aren't walking back through the door to restart their careers. It's over. So let it go. As Cowboy Crunk has been harping on for weeks, Jerry Jones let that door open on Earl Thomas all over again. It's even wider now because the report is that for some reason the talks in Houston have stalled. So I don't know what's going on in Houston. What's going on with him? Maybe it's this outbreak with Tennessee and Minnesota, and they're trying to just stop everything right now, especially players coming into facilities to make sure, they clean things up, not quarantine, but just, clean places up and guarantee players' safety again before they go through and continue doing transactions. Because that's the last thing they need, is for something to postpone games or reschedule games or anything like that when we don't have the luxury of college football or baseball to just reschedule and have games whenever, wherever. So who knows what's going on there. The Houston talks have stalled. Jerry's left the door wide open, saying that he does know Earl Thomas is out there and he does know we could use some help. Like, okay, well, that's great. Except your son Stephen Jones has already came out and said we're not looking at bringing anybody in. So you guys keep saying you like what's on the roster and you're going to deal with it on roster before even looking outside. But then you leave the door open for anybody outside. So who knows what the hell is going on there. It's just not. I'm starting to see that, we can sit up here and argue about the talent on the team. Players come and go. We can argue about the coaching. Coaches come and go. What's the same constant that's been here since we last won a Super Bowl to now when we can't win a Super Bowl? The ownership, the front office. That is the only difference. We praise Will McClay all the time on scouting talent and getting us some of the best players in the draft, but then our free agency looks black. Look at right now, Clinton Dix didn't even make it out of training camp. Everybody said, well, these guys at safety look better than him in training camp, and yet, as we've seen through 3 weeks, that is not the case. So who knows what the heck happened there and why we cut him. Dontari Poe, he's like a forgotten man on the line. Nobody's even seen this dude. Has he even picked up a statistic? Because all I've seen is Tristan Hill, Alden Smith, Everson Griffin, and Tank Lawrence. I don't even know when Dontari Poe is on the field because he hasn't done anything. Brandon Carr had to make it. Darryl Worley had to make it. Savion Smith is back there. And, some of the defensive backfield definitely has been on the field and making some moves. So getting rid of somebody like Clinton Dix made no sense. That's how I see it. So, who knows what's going on with this front office, what they're looking at, who they're talking to. They make all the decisions, and right now it's looking like all the decisions are wrong. But I'm not giving up on the team. I can't do it. My wife has talked me into positivity. Any other time, I probably would have dumped on this team and been like, yo, I'm out. Even though it's only 3 weeks in and, I'd probably watch anyway, but I wouldn't pay as close attention as I would do like I'm doing now. So, what else is going on? Other than the ownership going on radio, contradicting each other every week. Mike McCarthy. For those wondering, when he starts 1-2 on a season, he has 75% got a winning rate of making it into the playoffs. Of course, some of those years, as you know, were like 2014, and you saw what happened against us in 2014. So Mike McCarthy has a history of bringing his teams back from 1-2. So we can't say this season is a complete bust right now, because look at our division. There's always a chance to win this division, especially right now. And excuse me, look at the division he came from with these 1-2 starts. Minnesota, Chicago, and Detroit. Sure, Green Bay is usually the more superior team, but those teams play hard as hell when they go against Green Bay. So the fact that he can take a 1-2 start a lot of times and still have a 75% completion into getting into the playoffs, don't write these Cowboys out just yet. Your offense, if you can get a decent offensive 5-front line going where Zeke doesn't have to spend 90% of his day blocking people, and you don't have Dalton Schultz having a breakout game one week and then brain farting the next week, and that takes care of the offense, really. You completely turn around that defense and the special teams, we might actually be winning these games. We could easily be 3-0 or 0-3 right now. It just dictates what's going on with the defense. Offense looks like it's pretty easy that they're going to be able to get you the points you need, but that defense is allowing way too many points to go against us. And that's what's crippling us. If we put up these, 31, 35, and what we have, 17 the first week against the Rams, something like that. If we put up those points on the average and the defense does their part and holds stuff down and can keep teams to 16, 17 points a game, we wouldn't be having a problem right now. So the defense has got to step up their game. Trayvon Diggs is an astounding rookie right now. He's technically could have had 3 interceptions this year alone. There's been plays where he's been beaten, but there's plays where he's shown his hustle that he doesn't give up on a play. He showed that against Seattle. He does not give up until the whistle's blown. Can't say that against these so-called experienced DBs. Special teams, I don't know why they keep marching Tony Pollard out there. Maybe that's Fossil's Tavon Austin. I don't know. But when you got the ball and you're catching it in your end zone and you keep taking it out, you already boneheaded move. That's already scrub number one. How are you keep taking it out of the end zone and then you're never getting us into great field position? You might as well just take the knee. I don't know why you keep coming out, because you're not helping us. And then the ones you do catch outside of the end zone, you're not gaining anything. So it's like, just let the ball go into the end zone, take the touchback. Stop trying to be a hero when it's not there, because you're just shooting us in the foot a lot of times, putting us in the hole. Greg Zuerlein could definitely get better with these daggone kicks. I understand one was a doink and one was a block. You can't fault him for the block, but he said himself he's going to have to speed up his mechanics and get through these kicks a whole lot faster than what he did. Because these games, his kicks are starting to make a difference. He missed one against St. Louis. L.A. Rams now. He missed, 2 extra points against Seattle, and then that's 2. You couple that with the safety, that's 4. That's 4-point swing right there that we gave them. And when you lose by 7, we're not that bad. We've been in every game. We just got to get over that hump. And with these next couple games coming up, you hope that's when we can start turning it around and getting that distance in the division. Because we haven't played any divisional games yet. And that's probably going to help us get over the top. Let's see. I think that's all I got for you. Of course, every week is a game of attrition now. And it looks like the Eagles are taking another hit with Dallas Goedert being out. He has a fractured ankle. They say it doesn't require surgery, but a fractured ankle is going to take a while to heal. And when Zach Ertz has not been there, Dallas Goedert has been. So without Goddard, without Rhaegar, without Jeffrey, and who knows how long Deshaun Jackson's going to be out, Philly's just not looking there. Carson Wentz is putting it all on his back, and you're seeing exactly what we've been saying about the Dak haters. You can't win without a team. Everybody keeps trying to say it's the quarterback only winning and losing, but quarterback can't play all positions. So you're starting to see it in Philadelphia, the full-on manifestation that you just can't win the games on your own. But that's all I got for now. It's horrible weather right now. We don't know what's going on with our organization. It seems like on a weekly basis they give us more reason to hate our own team. And I can't fault the players at all, really, in the end, because it's the ownership that put you there. So, you can only get rid of so many players and get rid of so many coaches before you can't even field the team. And like the other guys have said, the chemistry and the cohesion and the communication between these guys is shot to hell right now. And without that, it's showing during games. Once you can get something established going on, and I'd have to say get somebody like Earl. Even if you don't get Earl, get somebody who's going to be in the defense to get these clowns straightened up. I thought that was what the Mike linebacker's job was supposed to be, is to be the general of the defense and tell these guys where they're supposed to be and get them straight. The safety is supposed to make sure how many guys are actually on the field when they count and make sure nobody runs past them. I don't know what happened there. I'm assuming it's Jalen Smith's job to tell these guys where they're supposed to be. Maybe Jalen Smith just isn't the type of linebacker that Van Der Esch and Sean Lee are. Those guys command respect, and they can tell these guys where exactly they're supposed to line up and, what areas they're supposed to be at. Obviously, that's not going on. And when you come back to the sideline, it doesn't even look like they're trying to discuss what's going on. Like, I don't know. It's just a big cluster right now. And we have the ownership to thank for that. Because they're not trying to bring anybody in to help. They're content with just trotting out the same old guys thinking something is going to change. And that change has not happened in 24 years? Going on, about 24 years? 1996 to 2020? So, almost 30 years? Yeah. No. Yeah. That's a shame. God. But, something's got to change. I said it in previous videos that is the biggest thing that I can say about this season. Change. So, that's all I got for y'all. I'm sorry for dragging this on too long, but it just had to be put out there. It had to be said. Hope y'all have a good Tuesday. Y'all take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Be a Dallas Cowboy fan. Out.